me 1/28 power on flashes that are this big. I know they want to sell them to you here, but you don't need them to create if you just have knowledge.
So this past weekend, I got to attend my first photography expo here in Texas, and it was called ImagingUSA. My wife kind of found out about it randomly, browsing the internet, looking for something to do on a free weekend. The expo was actually 3 days long. It was supposed to be Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. However, they were offering some classes that you can sign up for before the expo actually started. I ended up signing up for a basics of dramatic photography lighting class on Saturday before the expo that was taught by the very talented photographer Ivan Duran. In the class, he put us through a bit of a photography boot camp, and he basically went through how he made some of his most iconic photos and the lighting setups that he used. And honestly, I felt like my eyes were open that day. Between photography and videography, there's certain gaps of knowledge that I'm still missing. You don't know what you don't know, right? So this kind of opened my eyes to a lot of technical things that I didn't even know I was missing. So the actual expo started on Sunday. My wife and I got to go there and walk around, and she got to act camerawoman, which was cool. Walking around and seeing everything, you can tell that anybody that was anybody in the photography world was there. You had Adobe with a massive crowd showing off things on Lightroom and doing lessons. Sony had a booth there doing cleanups and repairs, and I believe that you could also go in there and trade gear. Canon was there. Nikon had a little bit of an area where you could take some photos, but it was a little bit crowded, so I didn't really get to go in there too much. As I was walking around, the guys from Tamron stopped me when they saw my Sony hanging from my camera bag. He wanted me to try out his, I believe was 35mm super macro lens, which was awesome. I got to take a cool photo with that. Sigma's booth in the middle of the expo made a huge statement with their massive wall of lenses that they had. But the coolest part for me is that randomly, as you were walking around, you would just walk into people giving seminars or giving lessons. I randomly walked into this lesson for boudoir photography. The photographer made an emphasis that he was using 3 cheap flashes and about a $15 umbrella, and he was showing us how with this little bit of gear you can make some amazing photos.
Look at that! That is the cheapest flash that you can find. Cheap flashes down there, $5 baskets, and you can create that.
And another thing that I thought was really cool is that all over the expo, there was photo opportunities with models and lights already set up for you to just come in and take photos. I got to walk away with some cool photos, but I feel like I don't know the etiquette very well for the expo because they were nice enough to set up models and lights for us to take photos, and I feel like I needed to tag them, so I kind of missed the ball there. As I kept walking around, I stopped by the booth for Arlington Photo, which is a local photography spot here in Texas. There was a guy there doing a demo for the small rig tripod, which is definitely something that's in my I would like to have someday list. And I wasn't planning on buying anything at the expo. I just wanted to go and hang out, but the guys next to me were doing a demo on the Smoke Ninja, and well, this is something that's been on my list for a while, and the show price was just too good to pass up. So I don't know where the next one of these is going to be, but I think I'm going to try to make a point to come out again, because not only did I have a blast, I feel like I learned a lot. And as somebody that's going into the freelance business this year, I feel like this is something that I could benefit from. So that was my first expo. If you feel like I broke some rules in the etiquette, taking photos, leave it in the comments, tell me what I did wrong, and let me know what other expos I should check out in the comments.